Shall I share my screen to do the quizzes?
Yes, please. And I will get off my screen. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. May I?
Can you guys see the homework right now?
Oh, sorry, this homework
Yes.
has answers. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, it's good.
But this one you can hide. Okay, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, now it's good.
Okay, shall we start, Geshe?
Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you. Now, first we'll do the quizzes first. And there are 3 questions and 3 Tibetan words. So actually they're very easy. So the first question is, what 2 things must the candidate do to make the ceremony complete? What 2 things must be present in the room to make the ceremony complete, to make the monks a real monk?
Lots of prostrations.
Yeah.
The true desire to become a monk of
Yeah.
the candidate.
Yeah, that's one. The candidate must have the heartfelt desire to become a full monk. Yes, correct. How about the second thing they need to present connected to this one?
Free of obstacles.
Venerable Jigme says the intention to attain nirvana.
Oh yeah, the desire. I think here in the test, in last class test, it shows that first we must have the desire to become a full monk, but second, the candidate must ask, he must request. Yay, thank you. So the second question. The master of ceremony asked the candidate to bow to the Buddha. However, there's no Buddha in the room. Who then exactly does the candidate bow down to? And what must be done before bowing?
It bows down to the statue. And before having done so, you have invited or requested or begged the Buddha to come and be in the statue.
Yes, great. Perfect. And third question. The candidate is asked to reveal whether they have any obstacles to ordination. How many times and where?
Twice, first in private with the checker.
Yes.
And then again in public, the master of ceremonies asks.
Yeah, thank you. Beth is the representative. She answered for all of us. So 3 Tibetan words. First one, Sangden. What's it?
It's the secret checker.
Yes, great. Secret checker. Second one, Pache.
It's obstacles.
Yes, obstacles. The third one, Iche.
Somebody else want to say it?
Something else?
Belief, right?
Yes, belief and also means trust. Yeah, thank you. So today's quizzes are very easy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Copying.
Yeah, thank you, Geshe. Please take over the screen.
Yeah, let's try. Oh, you have to get out of your screen.
Me? Oh,
Yep.
okay. Okay.
Let's see. I think I did it. Did I do it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, we finished up here, and I had some more material that I took out of another book, but I don't think we need it. So let's go straight to the next part. Xiaoping is reading, and who's correcting her pronunciation? Adam, are you there?
Yes, good. I'm here.
Oh, can you criticize Xiaoping roundly?
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go.
Okay. Để kyang jiwa tang tum jiwa tang tum pe lang sok sok tap su chuk ko gok shin sok ga gok shi where ngơ shi sok ga la yang le chok ga la yang le lop ki nian pa zop pa la ngong kyur chop po chupo zang gyur chu ki zhang ger chu ki shapa shepa cha tu kang yang lang wei chu cha la ger where
Go. Sorry.
okay da le pa cha la.
Cool. Okay. By the way, this is a very ancient text, as we said, and the language is very, very unusual. And we can almost say that the language of each book that you guys are doing is a separate language. And the Vinaya language especially is very unusual. So here we go. And that's why the Geshe course takes so long. I think we have 5 major subjects, and we have to learn 5 different languages, really. So here we go. Te kyang. Te means by the drupja. What's the drupja?
Candidate.
Yeah, the candidate. Good. The candidate should dup, which means to give an answer. Okay. Dup here is the word dep, which means to give an answer. Len dup is a verb. Len dup. Why does it say so? Anybody can guess?
To each of the questions?
Nice, perfect, okay. So the candidate should give an answer to each of the questions, which is tumba with the question.
Which is actually aligned with that questions.
Yeah, nice. Like, are you bankrupt? Have you gone bankrupt? And the guy says, yeah, I love my mother. And it's answer, but it doesn't fit the question, okay. So the candidate should answer directly to each question and not try to change the subject, okay? Dapsu shuk, so this is chuk, okay? What's chuk?
Impelled.
Yeah, we should get the, I'm sorry. Yeah, we should get the candidate to answer each question correctly, okay? And Ngushi Chogala, when we reach the real main part of the ritual, Ngushi means main part. Where do we see Ngushi in another context?
Meditation for the form and formless realms.
Nice, perfect. Wow, you're also hot today. Okay, then the Leiloki, when we reach the real ceremony of making him a monk, the master of ceremonies should, now we're gonna skip down to here. They should give an explanation, okay? Here's the subject of the sentence is here. The master of ceremonies, Leilo. This key instrumental indicates that this is the subject of the sentence. And unfortunately, the verb is way down here, okay? The master of ceremonies should give a shepa. What's that?
Explanation.
Yeah, and that shepa could be gepa, that shepa could be dupa.
Brief or extensive.
Yeah, a long explanation or a short explanation about how, Tsu means about how you must have the Ngungyur Chu, okay? The master of ceremonies at this point in the main section of the ceremony should give an explanation. It can be long, it can be short, about why we gotta have the 10 Ngungyurs, okay? Ngungyur means 10 different things have to be present in the ceremony, okay? 10 different things must be going on in the ceremony. Now, we spent a long time on them already, so we don't really have to do it again. But let's see if there's an easy way to go find them again. Let me see here. Here they are. Okay, I'm not gonna reread this whole section because we already did it, but here's the 10 things, Ngungyur, that have to be present for this ceremony to work. Number 1, we need a Buddha present. Number 2, we need good Dharma present, which means, we should be studying morality and the ritual should be correct. Number 3, we need the Sangha present. We need the proper number of monks present, okay? Number 4, we need a vow giver master who has all the qualifications of a vow giver master, okay? Number 6, the candidate has to ask correctly. Number 7, there must be a correct ritual going on, which is called the 4 requests, okay? The 4-part request. What's that mean? Anybody for $50? We gotta have a complete 4-part ritual. We talked about it 2 days ago. Oh, it's very quiet. Nobody?
Preliminaries, the
Main event.
main event, the
Cancel that. There's gotta be 3 requests repeated by the candidate and 1 response. So in the Vinaya, this is called a 4-part request, okay? The ritual is called a 4-part request ritual. It's a Vinaya thing. Okay, so 7. 8, the candidate has to really want to be a monk. Number 9, he's got to have his robes there. He's got to have his water strainer there, all the stuff. Yoje, hey, yo. And number 10, he has to be suitable to be a candidate. And that means he passes those questions. Okay, he must be pure. And he must not have any. Okay, so those 10 things have to be here in this ceremony, or we cannot have a ceremony. We cannot make him a monk, okay? Why did we go back to talk about those 10 when we did them already? Anybody?
Because the lay lope
I'm
says
not getting.
those 10 must be present for the ceremony to go on.
Yeah, the master of ceremonies has to say, by the way, today we have a perfect ceremony going on. We got all 10 things that we're supposed to have. Okay, so he goes over them. It could be gay, it could be do. What's that mean?
Extensively or briefly?
Extensive or brief.
Yeah, okay. It could be he spends a long time on those 10, and you could, right? Or you could just do what I just did and do it in about 30 seconds, okay? But in any case, he has to da tepa, okay? Da tepa, which means he has to give the candidate a heads up, okay? He has to inform the candidate about, this is a real ceremony. We got everything we need to have here. We're doing a real ordination, okay? He's gotta like, I don't know how to say it. Give him a heads up, okay? Literally, it means he has to introduce him to the 10, okay? Okay, this good, by the way, which can mean privately, is an abbreviation for gone, okay? All right, so by mentioning the 10, the master of ceremonies should, catch the candidate up on everything that's got to be going on, okay? Okay, next paragraph, shopping, yay. Oh, who's Adam? I want to hear lots of corrections, okay? She's sleepy today.
Don't, okay, don't,
Go slow and make it careful.
okay, don't kiam lo get tung tang, chia pala, sem tang we, go ne sem chen, ham ke ki dong,
Okay.
ham che ki dong tu, sang cha, tong pa cha, they tung tu nien, sok ki dong pa lang, lama, xing pa tu,
She war.
tu, xinhua tu, shuk niam
She pardo.
shi pa tu, chung niam pa ki, she chot tu.
Nice. Then the Lelo, the master of ceremonies, says, Dorna, let's just say it in 2 sentences, okay? There's 2 things I want from you, okay? There's 2 things I want you, the candidate, to be thinking about, okay? 3 things, okay? First of all, I want you to have a Sem Dangwa about the Kembo and the Lelo, these other guys here, okay? What's that mean?
Clear.
Pure mind about them.
Yeah, and I want everyone here to have a pure thoughts, okay? The master ceremonies, everybody else, the disciple, all the Sangha here. I want you guys, during the ordination, I want you to keep a pure state of mind. I don't want you thinking about pizzas or stuff like that, okay, gone. And the candidate, I want you to think to yourself, Samjan Tam Cheki Dundu Sange Topa Ja. What's that mean?
You will want to achieve Buddhahood for the sake of all, or because for all sentient beings, wholes.
Good. Perfect. Okay. Please keep that motivation in your mind. Okay. The reason you're getting ordained today is that you can become a Buddha faster. Okay. The reason you're getting ordained today is you can do something for all living beings. Okay. Topaja. So please keep that motivation in mind. And this is really beautiful, right? We got all this technical stuff, like how big should the bricks be? And, how many inches should his robe be? And now finally somebody said, the reason you're becoming a monk is that you can become a Buddha faster to help all living beings. And they dundu, for that purpose, in order to get to Buddhahood faster, I will lang the Nyenzoki Domba. What's that mean?
Accept the vows of a full monk.
Yeah, this is probably misspelled. I'm going to check. Okay. I will take on. This means take on a responsibility, right? I will take. In English, we also say take. I will take the vows of a full monk, and I will sung them until I she.
Die.
Yeah, I will
keep them.
Yeah, this sung means protect, but it means keep them, right? So I will take the vows of a monk, full monk, and I will keep them until the day I die, in order that I can become a Buddha to help all living beings. Nyamba, gi. Gi here is the imperative of an ancient verb. Who's got it? It's not an instrumental.
To be, isn't it?
You have to think like that to yourself.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. During the rest of this ceremony, Mr. Candidate, who's talking?
The MC.
Yeah, the Lelo, the master of ceremonies is still talking. Look, we're going to go through this ceremony. It's going to get heavy now. And I really want you to focus on what you're doing and why you're doing it, okay? And how you're going to keep your vows, okay? Cool? Jido, the master of ceremony says, okay? Okay, Xiaoping.
Okay. Tí nên là lọc thương khi lệ ni chết hà yếu quen ngô xích lệ tí bà là lọc khi chết phê wang tu cha là để tha mi chết na campo ni khi lệ chát đê lệ lọc ja ma xếp chào.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Dear Nela Lotungile. Okay, this is so there's 108 ceremonies or 100 ceremonies of Vinaya, and they have nicknames. So this one is called a staying in the place harmony mind ritual, which means all the monks in that locality are in agreement. There's a great deal of harmony going on in the room right now, in this location, in this particular, and don't forget these monasteries were often very small, like 20 monks or 15 monks. So it's important that all the monks are in agreement or in harmony. So this is, when we talk about all of this stuff we've been talking about, is a ritual of monks living in a location in harmony, okay? And we're gonna get to the main event, okay? Ngushi, misspelled here. And I'm gonna explain it to you, okay? Led up to the main event of the ritual, Ngushi Le, Tipar up to here. This is all meant to describe Wang Tuche. This is all relative to Wang Tuche, what the master of ceremonies is supposed to be doing, okay? So if you notice the main guy talking, after the secret checker guy talked, everything else is being spoken by the master of ceremonies, right? So, but, okay, la, this is a disjunctive la, okay, but, deta michena, okay, if there isn't any statements going on by the master of ceremonies, okay, if the master of ceremonies for some reason cannot do them, if he cannot say these words, or if he's not around to say these words, then who else could do it? The Kembo himself, okay? The Kembo himself. Who is the Kembo?
The abbot.
The vow master.
Yeah, in the ancient times, Kembo meant the vow giver, the vow master, okay? In modern times, Kembo means abbot, okay? And as we said, normally the abbot is the one who gives vows in a monastery, okay? So Kembo Niki, the master, he can take over Le Jade. He can do this part of the ritual for the master of ceremonies, okay? And in that case, Lelob Chakma, we could call him a, Chakma means pronounced or announced, like Losan Chakma, okay? Or Dhammakirti or Chandakirti, Kirti, okay?
It's a different spelling, right?
It is a different spelling, you're right, slightly different. This is the verb.
Oh.
So he becomes the master of ceremonies for this section by consent, you see, by mutual consent, Chakma. The monks declare, oh, the master of ceremonies went to the bathroom. Somebody has to say these words. Now we declare that the vow master himself, Ni, can take over, and he can be a temporary master of ceremonies during this ceremony, and we'll call him an announced master of ceremonies. Okay, got it? Shizhou, we'll call him that. It just means that if for some reason the master of ceremonies can't do the whole part that he's supposed to do, that the abbot could the vow master could step in. By the way, it's not unusual that the vow master has to step in because the master of ceremonies didn't memorize the whole ordination ritual. You're not allowed to use a book during an ordination ritual. You have to do it all from memory. And when I became a monk, Ken Rinpoche memorized the whole ceremony. My teacher memorized like 25, 30 pages. So he could do it, with his eyes closed. So I don't know, maybe this is referring to a master of ceremonies who couldn't do it. So then the vow master can take over. Okay.
Can be.
All right. Okay. Lei Ngundu, please read.
Le nuntu kyu wa cha wa ni le ni la loki nga ki zik de chuk ko na ketung nam cho len tung kang lop ketung tang
Gendun.
ketung tang che pa den min pe tuk shema cure wa tang
Chua.
cure
Chu.
wa tang sok shi le la dayin pe do shema cure wa tang chuk cha la ning za we kung long de chuk kong sum po sa tap ne sok we le la tung ta pa tupe shukshin lak jet chung na sok wa shuk.
Cool. This is a very difficult paragraph, but here we go. Nguntu Gyowa means one of the 10 things that must be present. So this is the Abi and Abhidharma, for example. But this Abi means it should be there. There should be something there. And one of the 10 things that has to be there is a correct ceremony, okay? Lei, a ritual. So this lei means ritual. It doesn't mean karma. It doesn't mean from, okay? It doesn't mean work. It means here ritual, okay? So one of the 10 things that has to be present is the presence of a proper ceremony, okay? Now, there's a little bit of an explanation of what makes the ceremony proper. And it's 3 motivations, okay? It's interesting. So they're not talking so much about people are saying the right things or everybody's coming here and there as they're supposed to. They want to emphasize here that a ritual of ordination, a proper ritual of ordination is present if the people have 3 motivations going on, okay? If 3 thoughts are going on in people's minds, then we have a proper ordination. And that's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool, right? So he's going to explain what has to be going on in people's minds. 3 different things, okay? So Lelo Ki Ngarkatik De Juk. First of all, the master of ceremony says everything we described before. And then after that, Juk Kona, right after that, the monks, the Sangha, has to be in a special state of harmony, okay? Chilam Tun. This is Tumbo, right? All the monks in the room and the candidate, in their behavior, in their activity here, Chilam means activity, they must be in a special state of harmony. What does that mean? there should be 3 thoughts going on, okay? There should be 3 beautiful thoughts going on, okay? Especially with the candidate, okay? Especially with the candidate. Well, I'm sorry, all the monks there, okay? So I'm gonna skip to here. There must be a conception, okay? There must be a conception, which is unmistaken, matrua, okay? That the vow giver and the other masters and the assembled Sangha, that they are all what they're supposed to be, okay? This min is a big mistake in the carving, okay? It should be yin, okay? Okay, it's not that the candidate is supposed to think that the vow master and the different other masters, like the master of ceremonies and the secret master, and the assembled monks to make up the Sangha quorum, it's not that he's supposed to think unmistakably that they are not what they say to be, okay? So this is an unbelievable mistake in the carving, okay? First of all, second conception that has to be going on is that this is a proper ritual of the 4 parts, including 3 requests and a response, okay? Which is unfortunately called the 4 requests, okay? Dushin Matua. So the candidate especially has to perceive, has to have a conception in their mind that this is a proper 4-part ceremony. And he has to have a proper conception in his mind that all these masters are who they say they are, okay? And finally, I'm sorry, all the monks have to have this. Who can tell me what this is? Drupcha la ning tsewa.
The candidate has to have love in his heart.
Towards the candidate.
Oh, they should all feel the motivation of love in their hearts.
Yeah, everyone in the room has to be acting out of a sense of true love for the candidate, okay? It's very beautiful, okay? There has to be motivation running around the room, kunlong, where the monks giving the ordination are motivated by love for the candidate, okay? Heart love, it's a very beautiful word, okay? So these are called tuk gong sum, the 3 thoughts, the 3 deep thoughts in the hearts of those monks, okay? They have to have these thoughts. Okay, everybody here is the real thing. They are qualified to do the job they're doing. Secondly, the ritual is a correct one, and it has all the required parts. And thirdly, we love this candidate. We want him to become a Buddha, okay? So those 3 thoughts. Now, self-up is not to be confused with sultup. So suwan dep means to make a request, right? And oftentimes they will misspell this cell, but self-up means it's used in the meditation books for bring up an image in your mind, okay? So they'll say self-up chiwa mitapa. You should bring up in your heart impermanence, okay? But in this case, all the monks there are supposed to bring up in their hearts very strongly, okay, these guys doing this ceremony are the real thing. This ceremony is the real thing. And we love this candidate and we want him to succeed, okay? They have to have those 3 thoughts in their heart, okay? And only then the master of ceremonies can say, which means I request that all of you turn your attention to the request. The request is about to be made. By whom?
The candidate.
Yeah, good. He's gonna say, please make me a monk, okay? So, you know, he gets like announced by the master of ceremonies. You know, please, everyone in the room, turn your thoughts. Okay, tepa means to turn your thoughts towards something, okay? Turn your holy thoughts towards the ritual of request, okay? And Sakche Chungna Soa Shu. And I request that we fix, okay? This is the So and Sojong. I request that we fix any Sakche. Now, Nick sat next to me in fire offerings like 100 times. I repeated the Sakche formula 1,000 times. And I wonder if anyone can guess what it was.
Leftovers.
That's half of it.
Making to ask permission to be I don't know, excused for anything we left out and adding anything we shouldn't have.
Great, perfect, yeah. And we repeat it every time we throw in another substance. We repeat it over and over and over, you know, Lakchiki Suwashu, you know. If I have added anything to this, sorry, I'm doing this fire offering after my retreat, my mantra retreat. And if during my mantra retreat, I did anything extra that I wasn't supposed to do, and if I left anything out of my mantra retreat, may this fire offering soa. May this fire offering fix those boo-boos, okay? And so this is why it's traditional to do a fire offering after your long mantra retreats, 100,000 mantra retreats, because it's actually to apologize, you know, for adding stuff that wasn't supposed to be there or leaving out stuff that was supposed to be there. Okay, cool. So here, you know, the master of ceremonies is saying, you know, if anyone knows I've said anything extra, please let me know. If anyone knows I left anything out, please let me know. Cool, man. Hello, cool, man.
Cool, man.
Okay, now I went on a search for these 3 thoughts, okay? And I found some interesting variations on these 3 thoughts, and I thought maybe you would like to know them, okay? It's this one in particular that is attractive to me, okay? So this is Cheshe Rinpoche, who's a famous Lama from Ceremonies. And he lived about, I don't know, 150 years ago, right? And he said, he lists those 3 thoughts differently, okay? Let's start here, Xiaoping. Oh, no, let's start here. Le.
Le ngong tu kiu wa cha wa ni le cha ndok ki sampa chup cha. La ni ze wa xin wa ja 2年 le de ki sampa de ge tung nam tuk gong sum po sap tap ne so we le la tuk tai tute pa shuk shin la cha shung na so chu.
Good. So this lists the 3 thoughts differently, okay? And by the way, we're definitely not talking about Dushe Sambawa, right?
Eat, sleep, and poop.
Eat, sleep, and poop, which was Shantideva's nickname. The other monks gave him a nickname, Mr. 3 Thoughts. It's the same word, okay? But we're not talking about that one, okay? Okay, Lengun to Gyo Jawani. So what are we gonna do to make sure that we have a proper ritual? Well, everybody should be having 3 thoughts, to Gong Sumbo. And they should bring them up in their minds, sultap. And then we can move on to the request, the ritual of request, okay? What are the 3 thoughts? And these are different, okay? Number 1, Le Ja Durki Sampa. What's that? they must all agree to do the ritual, okay? They agreed to do, they all have thoughts where I would love to do this ordination. I think this would be a cool ordination. That's the first of the 3 thoughts according to Cheshu Rinpoche. Okay. Secondly, Drupcha La Nyingtse. What's that mean?
That they have love for him, like we said.
Yeah, I'm gonna make myself a note, by the way. Use these 3 in footnote. They are cool. And thirdly, Shiwa Nyangen Le Den De.
They all want nirvana.
Good. Everybody wants nirvana, peace. By the way, why doesn't it say Buddhahood?
Because this ceremony is for all types of, all 3 tracks.
Good, yeah. And this ceremony is coming from the lowest track, actually. So their main motivation is to get nirvana. Okay, Samba, Te. These are the 3 thoughts that the assembled monks should have. Okay. Once they have brought them up in their minds, self-thought, then we can proceed with the formal request. Okay, and we can check whether we've added anything or left anything out, and we can fix it. Okay, so I kind of like his presentation. Okay, the reason I went looking for presentations was, if you're interested, which you're probably not, but I don't care. From this paragraph, it looked like being in harmony might be one of the 3 thoughts, you know, that acting in harmony might be one of the 3 thoughts, but I studied it in many commentaries, and it's supposed to come before the 3 thoughts, okay? They're supposed to be happy to be together to make a monk, and then they start to think the 3 thoughts, okay? So this paragraph was confusing because it made the harmony seem like one of the 3 thoughts. Okay, so I had to check it out, and I'm not sure about this sentence. I smell that the person writing this teaching down or something may have not got the 3 thoughts correct. Okay, but I have seen these 3 in other sources. Okay, anyway. I think it would be cool to mention in a footnote that there's another version of the 3, which is kind of sexy, you know. We want to do this ritual. We love this candidate, and I hope we all reach nirvana. You know, that just seems kind of a cool way to start a ceremony. Okay. All right. Do we have time to go on?
It's like 2 minutes or.
Okay. Let's not waste 2 minutes. Boom.
Tung tu hạ lâm sam tu so min dik shechawa dik campo min dik shechawa get tung le nien pa dok zok pa sao na shepa ne di ni so chào jepe wa zok we le thắng yang so we le tao.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry, just to clarify, we have 7 minutes.
Okay, good. Let's do it. Okay, this is an announcement by the Master of Ceremonies. I request that the Reverend Sangha listen to my words. Mingde Shigiwa, the candidate whose name is such and such, is seeking ordination from Kembo called such and such, from the master, the vow master so-and-so, and he seeks thereby to receive full ordination from this august assembly, okay, Shepani, and this we request, okay, and all the words, and again, it's not our goal to include here the whole monk's ceremony, okay, all the wording of the ceremony, but Xiaoping, if you're really interested, which I know you are.
Yes.
I went and got you the whole ceremony. Where is that? Here, okay. And this comes from the most ancient books of the Kangyur, okay? The opening books of the Kangyur, and it's kind of cool. So, you know, if you're gonna translate this, oh man, I don't know, this is not working. If you're gonna translate this really well, even though we're not gonna translate all those pieces, okay? It'd be nice to have the whole ceremony here. And this is it. And it comes from the Foundation of Vowed Morality, which is the most ancient book of in the Kangyur, okay? It's the Vinaya Vastu, the foundation of Vinaya. And the full monk's ordination starts here, okay? And it goes on for a number of pages, okay? And so I went and cleaned it up for you. It's all here. And if you're interested, when they say from these words up to these words, right? So let's say Mingdi. Here it is here, okay? The candidate whose name is blah, 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 okay? And then it's repeated 3 times. And then the master ceremony says, it's cool. And that's the 4, by the way, okay? So you don't have to translate the whole thing, but it's kind of frustrating when the text says from here up to here, okay? So anyway, so le tell, right? Yimbatao, yimbatao. And this is not tal at all, it's tala. And I confirmed it from the carving. So Sulwe le tala means at the end of the request, okay? Tam here means end, okay? At the end of the request, we got time for one more sentence, Nick? Or let's do the first part, okay? Just for good luck, Xiaoping, let's go.
We have a couple minutes.
Okay, good.
Jopele latung dapachu gangta mi zopa de tangni zung chi che jopatang yang jopa ni pala tuk ta pa shuk jone na ma shintu jopa ni pacha dene jopa sumpala ngo ngobu
Wo,
ngô
wo, no wo.
ngô chopatang chawa chopatang chepa chope zik zam ndita in shetang chawa chope zik sok zam suk tompa kiet su sok ki dak let pa cha chet de nga shin jopa sumpa chao.
Okay, cool. This is a statement. This is a description of what we call Jopa Sum, which is the 3 statements, okay? Jopa Sum. So there have to be 3 statements here. And I went and got them for you, okay? And it's long and it's complicated. And we will talk about it next time. And I found a nice commentary by Yongzhen Yeshigansen, and a very famous writer. And let's just read this paragraph, and then next time we'll make it clear, okay? So Jupi Lela Tuk De Bashu. It's time for the 3 expressions. And the master ceremonial says, Tuk De Bashu. Everybody please listen, okay? And then it becomes like the Western marriage ceremony. Kangdak mi sepa, dedak ni sung. What's it mean? Anyone want to guess? Mi sepa.
Don't kill. Whoever doesn't kill.
No, that would be sepa.
No,
This is-
no patience.
Patience.
yeah,
Yeah.
good. But what do you guess it means here? If anyone here,
Don't fidget.
now, if anyone here misa, then let them sung now.
Anyone here has an objection, let them speak now.
Yeah, good, good, good. If there's anyone in the room now who can't stand, right? Who can't bear to have this ordination go on, meaning if you know there's some reason why they shouldn't go on, then please talk now, okay? So this author calls that a japa. That's one of the three statements, okay? If there's anybody in the room who knows something, why this guy shouldn't be a monk, let them talk now, okay? Now, the second statement, it's called the second statement, is a tukte pa shu. May everyone listen. And ngama shindu japa paja. I guess it's repeat the same statement again. This author says, say it 3 times. Is there anybody in the room who knows anything why this guy shouldn't be a monk? And then you should do the third statement, okay? And there should be a statement of essence.
No.
There should be a statement of the action. And there should be a statement of the doing, okay? And this is the point at which we should do that. Siksam means this is the juncture at which we should do that, okay? Once the statement about the action has been completed, then at that point, someone should explain to the candidate, acquaint the candidate, about how is it that the vows are gonna grow in their heart, when the person snaps their fingers, for example, okay? So somebody has to explain to the candidate, look, when the vow giver snaps his fingers, the dombake, the vows of a full monk have grown in your heart, okay? So thus we have, as before, the 3 statements. Now, this is confusing. The presentation is confusing. There are no clear first statement, second statement, third statement. In the third statement, they talk about 3 more statements. And we're gonna have to work on this part in our next class. Okay, shopping. Hello?
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
so anyway, there's gonna have to be some statements. And what's the date today, 22nd?
21st.
21st? There's gonna
Yes.
have to be some statements, and I went and got them from another place because they weren't very clear here. Okay, cool.
Cool, thank you, Geshe.
Okay, what's the date today, 21st? Oh. Okay,
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Let's go shopping.
Sashi Puki Joshin Meto Cham Rila Lingshi Ningde Genpadi Sange Shindu Mite Uwagi Jokun Namda Shinda Chupasho Idam Kamiya Tayami Gewadi Keukun Sunam Yeshe Zozo Shin Sunam Yeshe Lejunwe Dampa Kunyi Topa Sho.
Yay.
You
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay, don't worry.
Geshe-la,
It'll get easier when we hit the vowels. Yes.
could you also please send me the full monk's vows document when you send out her? Thank you.
I will. We translated the full nun ceremony, but
Right.
we never translated the full monk ceremony. So,
Mm.
and most of it is the same, but there are obviously some differences. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all. Don't forget there's yoga today at 10:15 by YSI. So please come, and we'll see you all later. The quizzes are up in, there's a link in the chat. So if you want to get the quizzes and try to do them, and the readings are up there too in Tibetan.